let alone this draft where it's really difficult. I thought Morey was trading the pick. It just made more sense. If you're trying to win, you got to trade the pick, because as much as I would have preferred Dalton Connect over McCain, to me, it doesn't matter because it's not about rookies, right? It's not about rookies. If you're really trying to win right now, assemble a team is going to win. The wars in that league, in the playoffs, it's a different beast. It's a different animal. Do I need to bring you back to this past spring, and Madison Square Garden, and the first couple of games of that series, when the Sixers lose those tough games, and they lost because, let's face it, the moment was too big for them. They shrunk. Especially that one game, they shrunk. We saw Buddy Hield, remember, before he kind of woke up? I mean, he was tight. They were tight in the Garden. You're not going to win by adding rookies to this roster. Now, listen, do I think McCain can play? I think he's a terrific shooter. I think he's got some promise, right? He's 6'2", listed, probably closer to 6'1". I don't understand the logic, because McCain and Maxey can't play together. Like, I think go small. You can't go small. You're too much of a liability defensively. I mean, you could play spurts like that. And by the way, off the bench, Maxey plays 44 minutes. Like, you need Maxey on the floor. So I just don't understand the logic behind this pick. And listening to Morey last night, and he's like, well, he was at the top of he was in the top 10 of my board. The board is irrelevant, all right? In the NFL draft, you have a big board. You need a big board. You have 22 positions that you're looking at. I'm not counting special teams. You're looking at 22 positions. You got to have a board for roster construction. Like, you just do. In the NBA, you got a rotation. If you're lucky, that's 7, 8 guys. And then you want your development and that sort of thing. Your board, especially when you look at it now in the NBA, it's got to be about who flows with whom. What's the fit, right? What's the fit? Can I get a wing that's going to play alongside Maxey and Embiid? So when Morey says, he's the top 10 on my board, I think that's irrelevant. I think that's nonsense. I need you to tell me who fits with my team. I don't understand. You got to look at your players and go, well, is a 6'1.5" 2-guard, and he's really a 2-guard, going to play with my best player who's an undersized 2-guard? Come on. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Now, I like Dalton Connect. I know he's 23 years old. I get it. He's 6'4" and change, you want to call it. He could play the wing. He could shoot. Tremendous, ridiculous athlete. I would have been happy with that. I think you can make that work. I still don't think you win with rookies. And now the chasm between the Celtics, it's like you're on the Eastern Conference island, right? And in the elite island, you have the Celtics, and now you have the Knicks. And that's the elite island. And then you're way offshore. And to get to that island, there is shark-infested waters, all right? Like, you can't get there. You need to figure something out. Now, again, I'm frustrated, but I have to allow myself until Monday to see if he's going to trade McCain, to see what else they have in store. They have to have something else in store. And again, I think the kid can wind up playing in the league at some point. He's got to be on the right team, right circumstance. I think the kid could shoot. No doubt the kid could shoot. But again, he's not a fit on this team, and not for what you're trying to do, which is you're trying to win. So I'm giving them until Monday and to see what this thing looks like. But right now, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. I look at them and I go, I kept waiting for the trade, and I didn't see it. I don't know. Is he stockpiling for Paul George? Is that what he's trying to do? I don't know. There has to be something else. And if there isn't anything else, and McCain is what they're drafting, I think that's a terrible mistake. Just a colossal mistake. Just because of you got a 6'1.5" 2 guard, and your best player is your 6'2.5" 2 guard. I don't understand the combos. Now Maxi's more of a combo than I think McCain is. I don't get it. They frustrate me. This team has frustrated us for decades. And so why should last night be any difference? That's Popping Off, brought to you by Olipop. I need Olipop and whiskey.
Lemon lime and
Jay threw Olipop today at Wawa. Has it, and it's great. You'll love all the flavors. My man VG loves it. JP loves it. Good morning, guys. John Zapata, Greg Caputo. What's happening?
Guess it's a Buenos Dias. I don't know.
No, let's go back to Bo Diaz. No, listen, guys, help me out. I need some help today because I'm trying to look at it from a basketball logic sense. Mm-hmm. Listen, he seems like a nice kid, right? Sweetheart of a kid. Like, really, like he's crying, he's happy, he's a joyful soul. God bless him, right? I don't know where he fits.
I'm with you. That's right where I'm at. When we selected him, I like him as a player, but that's the first thing I thought of. Like, so what's he going to play? What's his role going to be exactly with Sixers? Because he's a small guard. We already have Maxey. Like, so my next inclination was we're going to trade him tonight, right? Like, we picked him so we can trade him, and then the night goes on and nothing happens. So we'll see at the end of the weekend, but it's definitely a head scratcher, cuz.
I mean, he can't stay here. There has to be a trade coming.
There has to be, right?
There has to be.
I mean, we
there
always
has
say
to be
this.
a trade. There has to be. It just belies logic. In team building, you're building a team. There has to be a trade.
Yeah, or they run small. They play no defense at the guard position.
You can't. What? Imagine how you would get eaten alive at the Garden.
Yeah, I mean, McCain's not even a great defender.
No. And Maxey's not either.
No.
I mean, what are you doing? That's my point. There has to be something. Please tell me.
I mean, I'm looking
that there's something big in the works.
There has to be. I mean, other than that, you got to look for Sunshine. The New York Post gives him a grade of a B+. Firepower off the bench for the contending 76ers.
Please, don't aggravate me. I'm already aggravated. Firepower off the bench.
Quick release, high basketball IQ.
He's 6'1.5", dude. What off the bench, right? Maxey plays 44 minutes. Mm-hmm. Where's he fit in?
Yahoo Sports, one of the best shooters in this draft. Sixers know exactly what they're getting from him as a reliable shooter who competes at a high level.
Oh my God. Cuz it's about to
why are you doing this to me?
Cuz it's about to destroy this whole studio.
I thought you were a friend of mine. I thought you were my friend.
I'm trying to help you.
All right, so
You're not helping me, all right?
Friend of the show, David Murphy, smart basketball guy.
Yeah.
There have been 2 freshmen in NCAA history with a 6'11" true shooting percentage, more than 210 three-point attempts, and more than 150 rebounds. They are Jared McCain and Steph Curry.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Again, where does he play in relation to Maxey? So I already could tell you the kid could shoot. I know the kid could shoot. I know he could shoot. I watched him play in college. I know the kid could shoot.
So here's
where does he play on the floor? And how does he fit in?
So, I mean, the hypothetical. So if he hypothetically stays here, right? You pair him with Max in that backcourt. This is the next problem. So your 3, and your 4 need to be big, and you need wing players. And this is the thing that we've struggled with in Sixers Nation. We haven't had solid wing players. We can't find these guys. So if he's here next season,
there is no hypothetical. Like you're right, JP. Like you can't play, but they can't play up top together. Like it doesn't matter about size. Like if my front court is bigger. It doesn't matter. You'll get abused matchup-wise because you have two non-defenders up top who are small.
Yeah,
what do you think Brunson would do to you saw him cook Maxey. What do you think? Makes no sense. Like, come on.
Maxey McCain going to get in foul trouble before the second half.
It's not even, oh, God. There has to be another move. There's got to be something else.
I mean,
We all silly like the mayor.